we've learned from Steve, and Jack just reinforced, the primary role of the trustees is to ensure the long-term sustainability of the school. So I have a question for Steve. What the heck did the trustees do at that school that's 280 years old? I'd really like to know. But we and some of my fellow trustees are in the audience tonight. We really do take that job very seriously, and we work very hard to ensure that this school will be here for generations long after our own children have graduated and left to go on to do other things. So at the same time, as Jack said, that the faculty and administration were leading the school through the self-study process, we, as a board, were focused on trying to identify what are the key goals and things that we need to do to ensure Walker's future success. So Jack mentioned the Ad Hoc Strategic Planning Committee. We identified 4 strategic goals. I'd like to share those with you, give you a little insight into why we thought they were so critical, and then talk to you about some of the progress we've made against those goals over the last year and a half. So goal number 1, increase the unrestricted endowment to generate additional long-term financial resources. A strong endowment enables the school to better serve its community because it takes away a lot of the worry and the risk in knowing that permanent resources are available to provide vital long-term support for new programs and initiatives. The perpetual earnings that are generated by endowment funds provide financial security and flexibility. They help us leverage other sources of income, and they also allow us to address needs, maybe unanticipated needs as they arise. So in order to ensure our future financial success, the plan is to increase our endowment, to build it to the level that is actually recommended by the National Association of Independent Schools, which is $15,000 per student. So for Walker, that's roughly $15 million. So that's goal number 1. Goal number 2, enhance the quality of our facilities to positively impact education, arts, and athletic programs. And we know in this increasingly competitive educational market, we have got to invest in our facilities just to stay competitive, and also to ensure that our students have an environment that's functional and appropriately equipped. But the board feels strongly that as badly as we would love to build beautiful new facilities, we need to prioritize our investment in a way that maintains a solid financial position. We do not want to expose the school to unwarranted risk. So what that means is that philanthropy has got to lay the foundation for any campus expansion. We've got to be able to raise the funds to do what we want to do. And that includes construction of new facilities and remodeling of the present buildings. And it's been a few years. The last time we did a capital campaign was, what year, Shelley? Early 2000. So, at that point in time, we raised funds for a round of renovation addressing all of those needs, and we're trying to balance needs across all of those areas going forward as well. Okay, goal number 3, analyze the usage of Walker's current athletic field space and establish a priority to purchase some land. So we have a really competitive athletic program, as most of you I'm sure are aware. We field 54 athletic teams in 15 sports. And about 80% of Walker students compete on one or more sports teams during the middle or upper school years. Well, that's creating a bit of a logistical challenge. We don't have enough field space available, and so we recognize that. And we've identified this priority to acquire additional acreage to alleviate these issues, and also then to pave the way for the development of new academic facilities, because that frees up space that we can use for other things. Goal number 4, invest in a communication and marketing program that articulates the value of a Walker education. So it's absolutely critical to the school's health that we continue to attract and enroll students who will thrive in this community, will do well, will contribute to this community. And it's increasingly competitive out there, so we need to be proactive in promoting the value of the Walker education and communicating our mission, our distinct identity, and our exceptional student achievement. So those are the 4 goals. Over the past year and a half after we adopted these, the Board of Trustees has been purposefully pursuing all 4 of these objectives. Now, if you haven't heard a lot about it, there's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes, I assure you. And we've had 4 dedicated committees comprised of board members, administration, and parents who are working against each of these goals. One of the things I want to emphasize is we think it's critical that we make progress on all 4 of these goals, because they're all equally important to our future. Some of the things we've been doing: we reviewed and evaluated our current investment strategies, and we've made changes to enhance the investment performance so that we know excess funds will be available for future endowment. We undertook a comprehensive examination of our current facilities and our projected future needs. We hired Mike Mashiri of Chapman Coral Chapman Architects to help us plan for potential campus expansion and renovation. He met with faculty, staff, and administrative groups to really try to understand how we should prioritize the upgrading of our facilities. And he's working on developing a master plan. Based on the feedback that we've received, particular attention is being paid to math, science, and technology, fine arts facilities for the middle and upper school, as well as the space needs for athletic programs. One of the school's critical needs, we know, is to add additional land. And this became really apparent as we worked with Mike on this master plan, right? Without additional land, there's really only one site where we could put a building, and that's, the far end up from the high school. With land acquisition, we'll have lots more options and lots more flexibility. So we've had a committee hard at work evaluating both contiguous and non-contiguous land options within 2 miles of the school. We'd like to keep the kids close, and actually contiguous land would obviously be ideal, so they don't have to drive anywhere. We've also established a strategy to coordinate and grow our philanthropic revenue through the annual fund, capital and major gifts fundraising, and plan giving. Let me emphasize that our financial model focuses on securing philanthropic dollars to carry out all of these priorities that will be detailed in the master plan. So we did a lot of studying, researching, talking to major donors, identifying philanthropic options, and the good news is we have now got the confidence to believe that we can substantially fund these initiatives through philanthropy and so proceeding with planning for a capital campaign. We have enhanced our marketing plan with materials, hopefully you all saw the Walker magazine, that showcase the lives of our Walker alumni and enables the school to illustrate the fulfillment of our mission through their wonderful achievements. We have also invested in public relations support to help ensure the reputation of the Walker School remains strong in the community. So those are some of the things that your board and committees have been up to recently. As Steve has taught us, successful schools look ahead in order to serve their students well and be prepared for what's coming next. So we spent the last 2 years engaged in really intensive planning for the future. But we're nearing the end of the planning phase, and now the work is just beginning, because we have to secure the resources to realize the goals that we've set forth. And that's going to take a lot of effort and a lot of commitment from everyone in the community to help us accomplish that. So I really look forward to working with all of you as we move into the phase of action and out of the planning phase. Thank you for your support in the past, and look forward to really making Walker for 280